Hi guys, welcome back to Garden Theory. Sorry I've been away for the last few weeks. We've been a little crazy here with life and all the snow from last week that we got here in Arkansas. We got a couple inches of snow, and so it's been a little hectic, but I'm definitely ready for spring at this point. I think most of us are around this time of year. I think we all kind of start getting a little angsty for spring to get coming, and already starting to see a few signs of life around here. I've seen a couple hyacinths and crocuses just starting to pop up, as well as the daffodils. And so hopefully within the next few weeks, we're going to start seeing some more blooms and start getting into that time of year, which is when things start looking pretty again. Though I do enjoy the snow. I think the snow can be pretty too, but definitely ready to see some flowers here in a little bit. But I hope you all had a great week. So I just wanted to kind of recap and refocus on what we've been doing here on Garden Theory. I've been kind of going over some of the landscape design principles, some of the basic principles that kind of help any of you guys that are trying to start planning your landscapes for this year for 2025 and help to give you some ideas of how you can create a beautiful landscape design. If this is the first time you've hopped on this channel, I'd recommend to go watch. I think there's 3 or 4 of them we've done so far. We have one more topic after this video, and then I'm going to make a compilation video with all the videos that I've done so you can kind of have it in one package for you. But the main purpose of these videos is to go over the elements and the principles of landscape design. And if you're not sure what those are some basic, I'm not sure who created them, to be honest. This is something I learned while going to school in horticulture at Brigham Young University, Idaho. And so this is just me kind of sharing my knowledge to y'all. Maybe this isn't something you've heard of before, maybe you have, but it's always good to have a refresher and landscape design topics. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to do on these videos. I'm going to be doing that for the next couple of weeks at least until I get through them all. So hopefully you enjoy the videos. If this is your first time here, hi, it's nice to meet you. My name's Zach. I have about 5 or 6 years of landscaping experience from doing commercial mowing and enhancement services to installing properties as well as designing residential landscapes as part of my schooling. And so I currently live here in Arkansas. I've been wanting to do this channel just to kind of help teach people about landscape design. And eventually, one of my goals is once we have some land to work with, I'll be able to apply these landscape principles to my own project and kind of, I think the channel will shift focus into doing garden projects of my own. And so that's kind of the long-term plan of this channel. And so I really hope you can stick around for that. You're more than welcome to subscribe so you can be notified of videos when they come out. Currently, I'm trying to do my best to post roughly once a week. Sometimes I miss a few weeks here or there, but just know I'm busy with life when those things happen. But I'll continue to keep you updated the best I can. But let's move on to talking about texture. And so texture is a really fun one. I really enjoy textures quite a lot. You might notice a theme in some of the videos if you've watched all of them to this point, is that I really like the cottage garden type look. I really like having a diverse palette of plants at your disposal. I think it's really fun to have things that are very exciting and full of energy. When you just use the same like 2 or 3 plants over and over again in your landscape, to me it kind of loses that magic a little bit. And so I like to have a really diverse palette of plants, and so that's kind of what I'll share, at least from my experience. You're welcome to have your own taste. I think every garden can be unique and special. That's why I named this channel Garden Theory, because I don't think there's one right way to do a garden. There's pretty much almost infinite different possibilities you can come up with. So that's why I named this channel Garden Theory. But going back to texture, there's kind of, I would say, like 3 types of textures that I can think of in my head. There's what I would call like a fine texture, which would be like a grass, something that's really feathery, loft. Sometimes can add a bit of movement to your space from its swaying in the wind. And so those are one type of texture. Another type would be guess I would call it like a coarse texture, something that has a rough surface to it or something. Like you could do sedums, different types of ground cover, something that's going to add a lot of busyness to it. It has a lot of stuff going on with it that can make it look busy or coarse. Another type of texture would be having smooths and like big smooth leaves and stuff like that. Things like hosta leaves or elephant plant leaves. Something that's going to add a really big element to the space, even if it's just a bunch of leaves. Having that smoothness can kind of help contrast against some of your other more busy flowers. I think those are kind of the main three ones that I can think of. There may be more definitions of different textures, but I think those are kind of your main three. Our feathery light textures, we have our coarse heavy textures, and then we have our smooth kind of flat textures. And so those are kind of the three main ones. I think having a really good high variety of those in your landscape can kind of help add interest to your space. Even if you're doing like an evergreen garden where you don't have any flowers and it's all shrubs and leaves and stuff, you can add a lot of interest that way. So even if you don't have color in your landscape, you can add interest to it by using texture. Now, a lot of times you'll see a lot of these elements will go hand in hand. So if you have a high variety of different colors and stuff like that in your landscape, you're kind of naturally going to have a high variety of textures from all the different plants. But it's just something to consider. I might have to do a walkthrough one of these days with y'all, maybe at another garden or something, where we can go look at some of these textures when things start greening up here in a few weeks. I think that might be the best way to showcase that. So that might be a video you see from me in a couple weeks from now. But I think that'll help kind of drive the point home going to a garden space and showcasing that to you. So I'll try to see if I can find some for y'all. But that's kind of the main gist of texture. I know this will be a little bit of a shorter video this week. I didn't have quite as much time to prepare for this video, despite there being a few weeks in between these. But I do have some really good ideas for the next element that we're going to be talking about. So I'll wait to share that with y'all till the next video. But thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please feel free to like it down and to comment as well. That helps to promote this video to other people, as well as feel free to watch any other of the landscape design videos I've done on this channel. That also helps to promote the channel to other people. And so I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for watching here at Garden Theory. And I think we're all excited for spring to come. So see y'all.